published, 11:19 EST, January 9, 2018, updated, 13:05 EST, January 9, 2018. She divorced her ex-husband James Placido last April after just 1 year of marriage, and Jodie Marsh has reflected on her heartbreak in her latest blog post, revealing that the pain can be the hardest thing you'll ever go through, sometimes even more difficult to endure than the death of a loved one. The 39-year-old former glamour model, who has been single and celibate since her bitter breakup, explained that there is often less closure with a love split, hinting that time hasn't healed her wounds. Scroll down for video. Emotional, Jodie Marsh has reflected on her heartbreak in her latest blog post, revealing that the pain can be the hardest thing you'll ever go through, sometimes ever more difficult to endure than the death of a loved one. The sexy bodybuilder has decided to give her fans some words of wisdom about her experience with heartbreak, which she describes as being a physical pain in your chest. She wrote on her personal blog, "It's one of the most difficult things to get over and one of the most painful. The worst is when you're at that point where you feel like you will never stop crying. You want to curl up and hide and you feel like you never be normal again. I've been there. I know the feeling. It hurts so bad it's almost like a physical pain in your chest and your eyes are sore from the tears that just keep on coming. Being dumped or rejected or even a mutual split with someone you love can often be the hardest thing you'll ever go through emotionally. Harder sometimes than even a death, because at least with a death there's closure and time is a healer. So with each passing year it gets easier. When my best friend was murdered I couldn't even talk about her for the first 3 years without dissolving in huge sobs, and God forbid our song came on the radio. Now though, with time and acceptance, I can talk about her with laughter and joy and remember all those things I loved about her. Occasionally I might still have a cry, but mostly I laugh when I talk about how fabulous she was." Heartache is different. It leaves you feeling worthless and pathetic. The star divorced her ex-husband James Placido last April after just 1 year of marriage, and there is certainly no love lost between them. It's something that not only hurts at the time but it scars you and leaves you feeling worthless and pathetic. The repercussions from it can last years, maybe even forever, and it can also change you as a person. I know for me, when I've been hurt in the past I've put barriers up afterwards, as if somehow those barriers will protect me slightly in the future. Note: they don't. You can still fall for someone just as hard even with a wall of steel around you and ice in your heart. Jodie hinted her post might have been prompted by an awkward run-in with James. With her latest tweet, she joked, "I am the person who, after being dumped, will doll myself up to the nines every day for the next 6 weeks for fear of running into him. The day I actually run into him I'll be looking like a baboon's with no makeup, greasy hair and wearing a onesie FML." Jodie wrote, "The repercussions from a breakup can last years, maybe even forever, and it can also change you as a person." The star continued, "I know for me, when I've been hurt in the past I've put barriers up afterwards, as if somehow those barriers will protect me slightly in the future." Jodie's famous exes include Katie Price's ex Matt Peacock, female hairdresser Nina, The Only Way is Essex star Kirk Norcross, X Factor's Frankie Cocozza, and Blue star Anthony Costa, whose manhood she mocked for being less than impressive. Jodie was also far from complimentary about her ex-spouse James' penis size in a series of social media posts she made in the wake of their separation. The TV personality, who was celibate for 5 years before her Barbados wedding, also took a swipe at her former beau's bedroom prowess. She told Heat magazine, "I don't count the blip I had when I married a T because the sex was so I'd say it's been 7 years now." Jodie hinted her post might have been prompted by an awkward run-in with James. With her latest tweet, the ex-bodybuilder also claimed to prefer a cheese souffle than the thought of getting frisky between the sheets. She said, "I don't think about it and I don't miss it. I think I'm dead from the waist down. I don't have any urges or feelings. I honestly get more excited about a cheese souffle." Jodie also claims that she believes James wasn't the man she thought he was. She said, "I feel like I was conned. I felt like I'd met my soulmate and it was all lies. I feel like everything he told me was a lie. I now think he trawled the internet to find things I'd said and used them on me." She also claimed to have added extra security measures to her home, including CCTV cameras and razor wire to protect herself from James. Following a bitter year-long battle, Jodie was officially divorced from James in April 2016, a decision which led her to run around naked in her garden in celebration. She tweeted, "I would like to state categorically that there is absolutely no grieving to be done. I am over the moon to be divorced and not sad in any way. It's the biggest relief ever to be shot of him and to be able to move on with my life free from restraint, negativity and drains on my money. I am genuinely embarrassed that I fell for him, and embarrassment is the only feeling I have on this apart from absolute joy that it's over. I do not feel regret, sadness or any pain from this split. Just sheer embarrassment that I allowed myself to be fooled in the first place. I know my own worth and I know I deserve far more in life than my ex ever gave me or could give me, emotionally, mentally, physically etc." Referring to her unusual celebratory dance earlier this month, the model went on, "I would happily dance naked round the garden again and again. I just fear you may get bored of that. I am truly happy it's over. Remember, there are still many reasons which you don't know about as to why I kicked him out. I am 100% right to have ended it and glad I did. I wanted to believe in true love, but I physically cringe at myself when I think how far I was willing to go to find it, getting married." In more Twitter posts, Jodie said, "What I've learned from it all is that I'm okay exactly as I am. I don't need romance and fairy tales to be happy, I just am happy. Life is great." She ended the stream of posts with some words of wisdom, telling her fans, "Anyway, that's my tuppence worth for the day. The conclusion is, be happy, and get shot of anyone who sabotages your happiness." Sick, thrilled. Following a bitter year-long battle, Jodie was officially divorced from James in April 2016, a decision which led her to run around naked in her garden in celebration.